Today I rise to adjourn in memory of Emmitt George, the grandfather of our Assembly reading clerk, David Bowman, and the father of former longtime Senate staffer Jackie Bowman, who retired in 2014. Emmitt grew up in a small town of Wisner, Louisiana, alongside his 6 younger brothers and sister. As the eldest child, he often took on the responsibility of caring for his siblings. Despite their modest means, Emmitt always recognized the importance of hard work and the quality of education. After furthering his own education, he left Wisner with his best friend to embark on a new journey in Dallas, Texas. It was in Dallas that Emmitt met the love of his life, Carol Jean Webb. Their meeting was perfectly timed as he was soon drafted into the Vietnam War. The two were quickly married, and in 1966, Emmitt enlisted in the U.S. Army. He initially served as a medic before advancing to become a nurse. After 26 years of dedicated service in the Army, he was honorably discharged with full honors. The next chapter of Emmitt's life was marked by his continued service to others as he became a paramedic and civil servant in Virginia. The George family established their home in Newport News, Virginia, where they lived for the next 30 years. Emmitt was not only a committed civil servant, but also served as a deacon in his church for many years, exemplifying his deep commitment to his faith and community. After a career of tireless dedication and service to his country and community that spanned nearly 4 decades, Emmitt retired in 2016 and came out west to be closer to his family. His unwavering commitment to helping others and making a meaningful difference in his community was truly inspiring to those who knew him. He was always known for his gentle and patient demeanor. He was also known as someone that would always see the good in others, no matter the circumstances. In his words, "We are all imperfect humans striving to build a better world one step at a time." A passionate Dallas Cowboy fan, Emmitt also loved chess, music, and dancing. He was usually the first to dance alongside his wife, Carol, at family gatherings doing his famous 2-step shuffle. One of the hobbies that kept him active was racquetball. He won over 40 racquetball tournaments across New Jersey, Oklahoma, and Virginia, showcasing his competitive spirit. He was also an avid watcher of the news and loved discussing history and politics, often engaging in conversations that would last for hours. It is no surprise that during phone calls and visits with his grandson, David, their discussions would delve deep into legislative process, parliamentary procedure, and legislative history at the local, state, and federal levels. Emmitt cherished his family above all, and there was nothing in the world more important to him. He is survived by his wife of 57 years, Carol Jean George, his daughters, Jacqueline Bowman and Shanita George, his sons, Caritas George, Emmitt George, his sisters, Nealie Richard and Charlotte Ann Palmer, his grandchildren, Aisha Parker, Joseph Bowman, Naomi Washington, David Bowman, Tanisha George, Bria Tucker, Janice Stocks, Ania George, Maeve George, and 12 great-grandchildren. He was preceded in death by his parents, Ethel, Richard, and Charlie George. Emmitt George will be deeply missed, but his legacy of kindness, integrity, and service will continue to inspire all who knew him. At his service, he was given full military honors and was awarded 2 medals of bravery. May he rest in peace, knowing he made the world a better place through his selfless action and unwavering dedication to serving others. Members, as I mentioned earlier, Emmitt George is the grandfather of our reading clerk, David Bowman. I had the honor of seeing pictures of Emmitt that was shared. And while he is not here physically, I see David and I see your grandfather. While his physical presence isn't here, his spirit lives in you. David shared with me that his grandfather was the pillar of the family, and that he wasn't just his grandfather, but that he was his best friend. And that everything you see here today and know about David is because of his grandfather. David, it is an honor for us here at the California State Assembly to adjourn in memory of Emmitt George, and that you will live out his legacy here, and that we get to see him every day through you. Thank you for sharing his legacy with us here. May his memory live forever, be a blessing.
Thank you, Assemblymember Nguyen.